Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover. One that continues the row between Drake and Charlamagne over his latest single, and Charlamagne recently reacted to getting grilled by Drake, and he used this moment to troll, as you'd see in a bit, although he admitted that he used to be a Drake hater in the past. And social media has reacted accordingly, and we'll get to this in a moment. Today we also have another one, as Eminem hit a new milestone when it comes to the all-time biggest musicians, and this brought out the salty tears when this news hit the area of Twitter, where they've brainwashed themselves to believe no one listens to Eminem. And it is always entertaining when we explore these reactions, and we'll get to this at the latter part of the video. Starting with Drake vs Charlamagne, like we reported in the last video, Charlamagne claimed no one cared about Drake's latest single, just days before it debuted at #1. And after the milestone, Drake took the time to troll Charlamagne, and he called him obsessed and a freaking goose. And if you recall, Drake also shared a compilation of Charlamagne hating on him since day one. Well, Charlamagne has now reacted to Drake roasting him, and here's how he has played it off on The Breakfast Club.
I want to tell y'all something, but you're not going to believe me because I'm lying, but Drake and I plan this out every time he drops an album. I'm part of the album rollout. He drops a record, I critique it. It brings more attention to the record, more attention to the project. I keep telling Drake he doesn't need me to do that. He's Drake, but for whatever reason, he wants me to do it, so I oblige.
I don't believe you.
I'm just telling you, it wasn't always like that, though. Back in the day, I can honestly say I was hating on Drake for fun. It was hilarious, at least to me. But that's just hate. Okay, but after back-to-back, and he sent the bottles with the note, let's be friends, we came to an understanding, and we agreed whenever he dropped certain songs, I will hate on them in order to bring more attention to the record. I don't think he needs it. I think it's crazy that he wants me to still do that, but...
And from some on Twitter, Charlamagne is getting props for how he played this, as some believe, the way Charlamagne just let it roll off his shoulder, laughing emojis. And this reminds me of Eminem's lyrics on The Ringer. The problem with squabbles like this is that Drake is so much bigger than Charlamagne, so even if Drake is roasting him, it still ends up as a win-win situation for him. Eminem rapped, "I mention you, lose-lose for me, win-win for you." But if you know Charlamagne's history, there was a place Drake could take this that would have stung regardless. But the fact that even the co-host says Drake's song came and went despite the fact that he just debuted at #1 has got some bamboozled.
After these comments, and I will say I do agree with the fact that the song came and went, and the biggest point of it was the Halle Berry situation.
It's going to debut at #1, they saying, though.
It's Drake, of course.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
Wait, they analyzed and agreed the song underperformed first week with weak traction, according to their quote expert music eyes. Then these same MFers say, yeah, it's going #1, he's about to tie Michael Jackson anyway. Say what? Loudly crying and laughing emojis. I was also wondering, because it is factually incorrect to say it came and went at this point, when it is literally #1 in the United States. This is a claim that can only be made if it falls out of the top 10 next week. But right now, Charlamagne and his co-host were just chatting-ish, but this is something we've come to expect from hip-hop media personalities. The bar has consistently stayed in the loo. Moving on to the next point today, Chartmasters recently reported rap god Eminem has now pulled ahead of legendary rock band Led Zeppelin to enter the top 10 best-selling artists of all time. He stands on 207.24 million equivalent album sales. Eminem's next target will be topping Elton John, who's 1.3 million away. Now, just to be clear, according to Dr. Dre, back in 2022, Eminem already surpassed 220 million albums globally. However, Chartmasters can only report those numbers when they are officially updated by record industry associations around the world. But don't hold your breath knowing Eminem's team. And as usual, the crying has started. Sales don't tell the entire story. Em is not the best rapper. He's just the main good white rapper white people can go to in a sport dominated by black men. Maybe the highest selling artist should be demographically based. I mean, it does play a huge role in success. The report said nothing about who is the best rapper, but those who feel threatened by Eminem's success can help themselves. They also seem to forget that Eminem is the most mentioned top 5 rapper of all time, based on rappers rating rappers, and to this a user hit back with some sarcasm. Second best selling artist of all time, Michael Jackson, the ultimate white artist. By the way, you think that the rest of the non-white rappers have those sales because only non-white people listen to their music, don't you? You must have never been to a rap concert in your life. Go to a Tyler concert and you'd get a first-hand example of what this user is talking about. You'd think Tyler was white based on the narratives we see online. And this user made another great point. If you analyze hip-hop artist sales, the next white hip-hop artist is at an abysmal distance from him. So this narrative that he sells so much simply because he is white does not hold up. Has he benefited from being white? No doubt, but it is not the only reason for his success. Artists like Tupac, Kanye West, Drake, Jay-Z, and many others have sold so much more than other white rappers. I wonder why that is, since they claim Eminem only sells because he's white. So where are the other white rappers on these lists? And this is wholesome. Eminem got me through some rough times in my life. This man saved me, freaking legend. And we got the classic. I swear, I can't name 10 M songs.
And yeah.
It says over 200 million sold. Some people struggle with the fact that the sun doesn't revolve around them. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.